on between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. Going for it all. And, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing, Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big third down play there for the Niners. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. He's still barreling through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Set it! Hurry, hurry! Bronco 80! Panther 60! Panther 60! Ready, ready!
Henry running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Go!
They'll run with Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready, hut!
Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a throw here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Down. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
They go play action here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Set, go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Jones throw into the hands of Pitts here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air, 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so.
Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Right back to Pitts again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Gibson. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They run it again with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on second down. Off play action. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A give to Gibson running right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. 6 yards left on second down. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, Shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. Say, hey. Alert. Alert. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, hit.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Cougar 19. Set go.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. A give running right, Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Check go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are right back in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw is Jones. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Set. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Hut.
Here's Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Jones. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Now Jones. And he's got him. Got his man on the in route. Complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Go.
Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's into the clear. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Set, go.
Again, it's Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up.